Hi everyone, welcome to another video. This is First Reactions, where I do complete listens of albums front to back for the first time. Never heard them before. Today on the docket we have On Fire by Galaxie 500. I did their first album in the last video. Now I'm following it up, doing their second album. So just a brief kind of sojourn back into the past. Last two videos I did was Velvet Underground's third album, they're self-titled, and then Today by Galaxie 500. Just quick thoughts on how I feel about those albums now. Velvet Underground has grown on me pretty good. The songs that I did like on that album have grown quite a bit, and the other ones that I was just kind of okay on, they grew as well. They're all pretty listenable songs, save for maybe like the Murder Mystery, I think it's called. Just not going to listen to that ever again, but it was interesting and fine. Yeah, After Hours, what a song. I've warmed up to Candy Says and Pale Blue Eyes quite a bit, even though they were pretty simple songs, and I liked them upon first listen, but I've kind of figured them out now. And Galaxie 500, man, I've listened to a lot of the songs on Today quite a few times since then. I have a handful of favorites now. Flowers, I like Parking Lot. It's Temperatures Rising, It's Getting Late, and Tugboat. Man, what fantastic songs. Those have been hitting me pretty good recently. So that's kind of where I sit now. So I'm really excited to get into On Fire. However, okay. I don't think I included it in the edit of the video, but as I was listening to Today, something struck me about the vocals of the guy. Is it Damon is the vocalist? Dean Wareham. Dean Wareham is the vocalist. Something struck me about his vocals. I think it was during It's Getting Late, and I actually have that open here, and I'll play it for you in a second. I was like, this voice sounds really familiar. Like, I've heard something like this before. And then I realized the next day what it was that it reminded me of, and it's the most hilarious comparison in the world to me. So I'll play a sample of his vocals from It's Getting Late, and then I'll play what I recognized it from, or what it sounded like to me. So here's his vocals from It's Getting Late. Okay. Now here is from the Oral Knots YouTube channel, episode 2 of their Star Wars videos, which, by the way, if you haven't watched these, like, where have you been? Oral Knots, they did this like parody edit thing of Star Wars each episode, and they're like, like 10 to 40 minutes long, depending on the video. And they just like re-edit it and like build the sound from the ground up, so they don't have to worry about the in movie sound. I know this is just like a diversion and not having anything to do with On Fire, but watch these videos. They're hilarious and fantastic. They turn the Death Star invasion sequence from episode 4 into like a laser tag thing. The Death Star is like a laser tag place. It's fantastic. Laser Moon. So they changed C-3PO and made him Creepio, which is just this like creepy character who like wants to like kill people and wants to steal babies and stuff like that. And his voice is what the person who voiced Creepio is what It's Getting Late reminded me of. So let me back this up again and play it one more time, and then I'll just play a little bit of Creepio talking about his singularity engine that he's built to fuse man and machine together. So here's It's Getting Late. And here's Creepio.
Behold, the greatest achievement in the universe! The singularity engine! The perfect marriage between man and machine! It's getting late
It's what he says late. Like his inflection on late is what reminded me of Creepio, and I'm like, that's the silliest thing. That might not be like the best example from the videos to show the comparison, but if you watch the Oral Knots videos, you'll be like, okay, I see where he's coming from. That is it. Sorry, long tangent aside. Let's get to On Fire. Okay, I'm really excited about this because I loved Today, and On Fire has a 10 out of 10 on Pitchfork. Today doesn't. Not that Pitchfork means a whole lot. I mean, Today has a 9.5 on Pitchfork. And you can't always trust Pitchfork, you know? But it's ranked 4th on its best dream pop album list. And Today is only 16. So really curious about this. Really curious. This one apparently isn't as shoegazy, allegedly. Yeah, I'm super intrigued, guys. Super intrigued. The last song is "Isn't It a Pity," which is a cover of the George Harrison song, which I've heard like once or twice, a long time ago. I don't remember it that well. Isn't it a pity? Isn't it a shame? Something like that. Without further ado, guys, let's jump in. Blue Thunder, track 1, begin. Don't rename the file. Something. I'm eager to see like what the guitar solos are like on this album, if they're even on this album, you know? The song is about a 1975 Dodge Dart. It's a very simple song. Hasn't really gotten experimental yet in any kind of way. Still very basic, just chord strumming on guitars. I like the falsetto. There they are. Very simple. Very simple song. Kind of unremarkable. But, I mean, if a beginning track on an album doesn't blow me away, I usually will just kind of be like, all right, let's see how it fits in a context, you know? So, Tell Me, track number 2. Tonic. 5, 4. The chords in Galaxie 500 songs aren't super special or intriguing, save for maybe like It's Getting Later, Temperatures Rising, where the melody just fits perfectly over what the chords are trying to do. But like Parking Lot, maybe even Flowers. Flowers is a really simple song that uses the melody on the chords to really do something unique and special and have its own character. And this, the chords are really simple, which is fine, but the melody just it's not catchy, it's really basic, and it just kind of is a little bit bland, honestly, I think. I don't know, that's just how I feel right now. I actually really do like chunky acoustic guitars that don't have a lot of reverb on them, and they almost are like half percussion. That's usually pretty cool. Gotta be honest, I think that one was kind of weak. It felt like it never got off the ground, you know? Whatever. I feel like one of these has to be like really good. Like it'll be like a song that just hits me really, really well. Just like usually like when I see these track titles and I see like Snowstorm, Another Day, Leave the Planet, I'm like, these sound really intriguing. I bet one of them is just gonna be like awesome to me. We'll see. Snowstorm. Guitar chords. I like the drums.
And he can sit on the radar, only 7 hours away. He's going wild, and they got nothing else to think.
Digging this one.
They all look the same.
Good melody. This album is way more subtle than today, at least so far. Bizarre. It's like took this like bluesy psychedelic turn. Aside from the funky, weird solo in that mid section, I dug that one. That just seemed really out of place. I don't think it was bad. It was just kind of jarring, but nice song. I like that melody. Strange. It's like not in rhythm. This is apparently a song about a time that Dean dropped acid with his friends. Guys, I'm kind of sleeping on this album a little bit. It hasn't grabbed me yet. I liked part of Snowstorm. That's about all. Blue Thunder was okay, but Strange was okay as well. It's not bad, but it's not grabbing me yet. Don't know. When will you come home? Ooh. There's Creepio. So far, a lot of these solos have been really surprising. Like, the tone and mood of this song doesn't feel like it should elicit this kind of, like, twangy solo of this mood, if that makes any kind of sense. I don't know, maybe that'll make sense later, but right now it's just a little, like I said before, a little jarring. So... Sorry if I'm not reacting a whole lot. A, I don't have a whole lot to say at the moment, and B, I'm kind of tired. I got like 5 hours of sleep last night, so pardon that. But when I do have things to say, I will say them. But I'm tired. That was When Will You Come Home? Again, first half, I was like, okay, I gotcha. And then it's just a weird solo. A weird solo. Bizarre. Yeah, so we're like, that's halfway through. So far, not vibing. I don't have like negative things to say right now. It's just not my thing so far. I don't know. This one's supposed to have a saxophone on it, though. Decomposing Trees. Interesting minor chord there where they would usually put a major. There it is. It's pretty good. That's nice. That is nice. That saxophone's pretty nuts. Who is this? Colin Stetson? Weird. These songs are so bizarre. Like, tonally, they're all over the place. Some don't have character and some have, like, so much character that's so diverse that I'm, like, almost kind of, like, it's a shock to the system to hear it. Because, like, the way that song began, it ended very differently. That, like, sax just kind of took over the song and it just blossomed into something interesting. It's like a lyrical lyric to music clash that's happening for me. Don't know. Another day. This has Naomi, the bass guitar. Bass guitarist contributes vocals to this song. Track number 7. Let's rock. Again, the solos, man. So out of left field. I mean, like, solo aside, the guitar, the chords, the singing melody. I gotta be, like, brutally honest here. Brutally honest. I don't have a whole lot of respect for songs that I could just, like, fart out in 5 minutes. Those are pretty straightforward lyrics. The melody went nowhere. The chords were so simple. I mean, I could come up with, like, an equivalent quality to that in, like, 5 minutes. Some of you might get, like, upset that I'm saying that, but that was really basic in a lot of ways, which I guess is a critique. I wasn't a big fan of that song. I don't know what it is with this album. I've listened to 7 songs, and, like, there's hardly anything I've enjoyed so far. It's not even like my mood. I'm not in a bad mood. I'm a little tired, like I said, but I enjoyed some of Blue Thunder. I liked the most of Snowstorm. When Will You Come Home was interesting at the beginning. Decomposing Trees, nice sax. But that's about all that I've enjoyed so far. I don't know. We have 3 songs left. And I might do Ceremony. I see that there is a Ceremony. They did a cover of Ceremony as well, which, new order. I enjoy Ceremony. Maybe I'll listen to that. Just check it out. I don't really want to do the other 2. I remember King of Spain from that last time. I learned my lesson with extra songs on Galaxie 500 albums. So, yeah. Let's just continue. Trudge forward, leave the planet. Let's see what this is like. These melodies, man, they're just going nowhere. I don't know what the deal is. I'm not liking these songs. They just feel kind of aimless and tonally bizarre. They're not melodic. They're not melodic. But yeah, 2 more songs to go. We'll try Ceremony after, but let's see what Plastic Bird is like. You said it's time to leave the planet. This is something. I feel like this is gonna be a terrible video. We'll do the last song, and then we'll do Isn't It a Pity, and then Ceremony, and then I'll say what I have to say. This is right in their wheelhouse. It's a melody.
Forgetting to give back beauty that surrounds them.
Guys, I won't lie, I'm really bored. You see, I remember when I did like a complete listen of all of the Beatles' music, all of their albums. I started with Please Please Me and ended with Let It Be. And I remember seeing the turn in Abbey Road where they started to just do like blues rock. Like that's what they were doing now. And then Let It Be was just blues rock. Like, it's like Harrison all over that thing. And I can see that Galaxie 500 comes from that ethos, and the Don't Let Our Youth Go to Waste cover also kind of had this idea in it. It's these really kind of bluesy, not that Don't Let Our Youth Go to Waste was exactly like this, but I just mean conceptually. That one wasn't as melodic as some of their other songs. And this album isn't very melodic either. It focuses instead a lot more on rock solos that are very bluesy and not as focused on like a phrase. You know, it's like it's more emotive than it is technical, I guess is the thing. Which is part of why it isn't doing it for me. It is not my thing whatsoever. And I've only heard a little bit of Isn't It a Pity by George Harrison. I haven't heard the full song, which is like 7 minutes long. But I can see that they're channeling George Harrison quite a bit. And it's just these like wailing, like these wailing solos. And I've never liked that. I've just never liked it. I don't have any qualms with it. I just don't like it. So I think that's why I'm having trouble with this album, is because that's kind of their headspace. And I've never vibed with that whatsoever. I think that's just the long and short of it, really. Yeah, they just kind of went in a different direction on this one, and it wasn't a direction that I can follow super well. And I felt that with the Beatles, where it's like, all right, Abbey Road has elements of pop in it, but I can feel the blues coming in here, the blues rock, and then Let It Be was like, all right, I don't like many songs off of Let It Be because of that reason. Again, not that I have a problem with blues rock as a genre. It's just so not my thing. So not my thing. So yeah, I'll finish this and then I'll see how their ceremony cover sounds, and then I'll just kind of sum up how I feel about the album as a whole. So let's keep going. What a penny, what a penny. Okay. So let's check out Ceremony, and then we'll be done. This just makes me want to go back to New Order and do some New Order albums. They definitely gave it their own twist. I don't know how I feel about it being this slow, though. Heaven knows it's gotta be this time. Melody. Song doesn't work quite as well without that energy. It's a little too slow. Okay. All right. I'm so sorry, everyone. I'm so sorry. I did not like this album. And I'm really stunned, honestly, that I didn't. I didn't expect it to be this kind of a departure, but man, it just missed me so much. Those moments I said, like Blue Thunder's all right, Snowstorm I like, When Will You Come Home interesting, Decomposing Trees interesting. Nothing else. I didn't like anything else. Wow. Yeah, so probably my most like weak listen after, Unknown Pleasures and If You're Feeling Sinister, in terms of likability, things that I liked. Maybe it'll grow on me. I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, I don't think I'm in like a bad mood or I need to be like entertained right now. It just did not hit me. Let me know, guys, what you think. If you like this album and why. Sometimes that helps me get like some contextual things going, but it wasn't very melodic. It wasn't dream poppy in that way. It was just like real basic rock, and it didn't turn my crank. Don't know. Anyway, let's digress. Let's move on. Okay, let's move away from Galaxie 500. We're gonna go to the Smiths now. Okay, I'm doing things a little differently now. I'm not gonna do Hatful of Hollow, at least not at the moment, because I don't feel comfortable doing a compilation for my first time listening to a band, because it's like A-sides and sessions with like the BBC or something like that, and I'm like, that seems like I need to kind of know the band first in order to have these like really specific songs. So I'm just gonna do The Queen is Dead. That's supposed to be their best album, I think, and just a best album in general. So I'm just going to do that, and it's shorter, because the Hatful of Hollow is like 60, 70 minutes long, and that's pretty long. And I want to do just another shorter one, and Queen is Dead is like 36 minutes, so I'm just going to do that. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching. If you enjoyed, please do the things. If you didn't enjoy, do the other things. And suggest albums below, what you think I might like, things that I should listen to. Albums coming up, we have Spiritualized. I'm going to do Ladies and Gentlemen, We're Floating in Space, because I love the title track on that album, but I haven't listened to any more of that album. We're going to do Cocteau Twins, at least Heaven or Las Vegas. Heaven or Las Vegas. Yola Tango. There's something else. We have to do Loaded by Velvet Underground still. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I don't know, but that's kind of the trajectory we're on right now, guys. I might do Sebado 3. That's one, but we'll see. Again, thank you everyone for watching so much, and I will see you later.